You can think positive thoughts all day long and still get nowhere, because it is not just what you're thinking, it is what you're feeling underneath it. And most people's feelings are canceling out everything they're trying to build. Most people focus on what they're thinking. They try to stay positive, visualize what they want, tell themselves good things are coming, and that part matters, right? But it is only half of it. The other half is what you're actually feeling while you're thinking about those things. And for the most part, there is a gap. They're thinking about success, but they're feeling anxious. They're thinking about money, but they're feeling like it is never going to happen. They're thinking about success, but feeling anxious. They're thinking about money, but feeling like it is never going to be enough. Thinking about building something real, but feeling like they are already behind. And that gap between the thought and the feeling is what keeps people stuck. Here's why. So when you are operating from a place of stress, scarcity, or fear, your brain goes into a survival mode. And a brain in a survival mode is not making any good long-term decisions. It is making reactive ones, desperate ones, short-sighted ones. And it is focused on an immediate problem instead of the bigger picture. And I've seen this in sales for myself. So when I was doing door-to-door in Arizona back in the days, sometimes I went out feeling behind, feeling like I needed to close or something bad would happen. And those were my worst days. Not because the pitch changed or the script, but because people feel the energy behind the change. They can feel the desperation, they can sense it, and it pushes people away. But on the other hand, the days that I actually went out feeling settled, feeling like, okay, I already knew how this was going to go, those were different. Even though I'm still using the same words, same script, but completely different result. And that is not a coincidence. That is just how things works. The state that you're operating determines the quality of every decision you make throughout the entire day. It can be a client conversation, a business call, a content idea, a pricing decision. All of it gets filtered through whatever emotional baseline you are running on. If that baseline is anxiety and scarcity, you are going to make decisions that is going to reflect that even when you're not trying to. Does that make sense? So the work is not just thinking better thoughts, it is actually shifting the feeling underneath them. And you don't wait for the money to show up before you allow yourself to feel settled and certain. That is the mistake that keeps 99% of ambitious people stuck. You cultivate the feeling first, and then you move from that place. This is why my morning routine is a non-negotiable. Gym, cardio, sauna, sunlight. Not because I'm obsessed with fitness, but because by the time I sit down to work at 10 a.m., I'm not operating from stress. I'm not scrambling. I'm already in a state where I can think clearly. I can make good decisions, and that is the whole point. You design your day so the version of you making the calls is the right version, not the version that just rolled out of bed, stressed about what didn't happen yesterday and stuff like that. No, catch yourself when you're running on the wrong frequency and break the loop. Get yourself back in the baseline of calm and certainty before you make any important decision. Because the work you do from that state is just better. The decisions are way sharper, the execution is cleaner, and the results reflects over time.